What's good, Kings? It's your boy Chad from Defund Simping. You got it right, boys. I'm back with another video talking to you guys about one of the most embarrassing moments in my young life. This story is going back to high school. Back in high school, that's where I took majority of my L's, boys. So I'm gonna talk to you guys about my L's because no one can relate to a guy that's perfect. Some of you guys may see me as this guy that takes no L's with chicks and I'm perfect. No, I take L's just like y'all. So I'm gonna tell you guys one of my most embarrassing stories and how I'll never forget this. I'll never forget this. So let's set the time period. I'm a junior in high school, about 17 years old or 16, doesn't matter. And I'm trying to ask out the hottest girl in my high school to homecoming. So we're not going to give this girl any free promos. We're going to call this girl Jessica. So Jessica was in my Spanish class. And when she came into class for the first day, she looked around and she sat next to me. So I'm like, all right, I'm feeling myself. Like, all right, like the hottest girl in the school wants to sit right next to your boy. I can't blame her. I can't blame her. I took this as an opportunity. I don't have much experience with girls, so I might as well practice my mouthpiece and my game with the hottest girl in the school right here. One thing that always worked out for me was my personality. I could always get girls to like me kinda based off how I made them feel with my personality, but I could never translate that into anything physical. So we're in Spanish class for the whole semester. And at one point we exchanged phone numbers and she starts texting me for things outside of Spanish, like just normal everyday things, just to talk to me. And I took that as, yo, this girl is trying to, because obviously look at her, like she's talking to me about other things other than Spanish. She must be into your boy. You feel me? That was very far from the truth. That was very far from the truth. So then homecoming, right, came around, the talk of homecoming. And the boys, we kind of have an honor system where if one guy said, hey, I'm going to ask this girl, nobody else asked her. So the boys were talking and no one mentioned Jessica's name. I'm like, why is no one asking Jessica? And the guys were like, you know what, bro, like we would, but she's too bougie for us. She thinks she's too cool for us. And most of the time, guys, side note, she always ended up dating guys from different high schools. She never even dated the guys at my high school. So most of the guys kind of opted her out, like, nah, like she's not going to be, down to go to homecoming with any one of us. So we're not going to ask her. So I'm like, all right, if y'all ain't going to ask her, I'm going to ask her. So I didn't want to ask her too publicly because I didn't want to be embarrassed if she said no in front of the whole school. So I decided to do it more low key. My plan was this. When I walk into Spanish class, we had a test, okay? I was gonna act like, hey, can you help me practice Spanish before the test with these flashcards? And at first the flashcards were like, if I remember properly, actual Spanish vocabulary words we had to know for the test. And then she kept going, it was like some witty way to ask her to homecoming. So the day of the date came. It was test day in Spanish. I had my note cards ready with, the vocabulary words with me asking her out to homecoming. I get to class, heart's racing. I'm like, all right, here we go. This is gonna be a huge day for me. If she says yes, I'm gonna get that Instagram pic, have her holding her against me like, yeah, boys, I got the hottest girl in the whole high school to go to homecoming with your boy. I give her the flashcards. She starts going over the Spanish with me. Then she gets to the part where I start kind of asking her out and she's like, surprised. I'm like, okay. Like, and she goes, come here. I'm like, what's up? She says to me ever so gently, I already have a date. Sorry. Or else I would go with you. So I'm like, okay, yeah, no big deal. I'm cool. Because guess what? I took it as it wasn't a no. She just already has a date to homecoming. And I'm assuming it's probably some football player at some rivaling high school. So it wasn't an L. I didn't take it that way. Now, mind you, I was in her group for homecoming. So I'm not sure how y'all do it in your high schools, but the homecoming, we all get in groups, right? So instead of, people going by themselves, we get in a big group, we get a party bus, we go to dinner together, we take pictures together. And Jessica was the one who was in my group. So I arrived to pictures, the day of homecoming, and I have, of course, no freaking date. And I see her there and she has no date with her. So I'm assuming no big deal. Don't take it personal, Chad. Her date's on the way, right? So we do pictures, yada, 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 and date's not there. So I'm assuming, okay, she's probably going to have the date show up to dinner. That's where he's going to show up. That's where he's going to show up. So then we get to dinner and still no sign of a date. So now my night starts to get kind of ruined because at first I was rejecting the fact of she just didn't want to go with me. Like that was my mind fighting that off. But once when dinner passed and she still had no date, that's when doubt and my night kind of started to get ruined. So now we arrive to homecoming. It's at my high school. They did a great job decorating the back half of the high school. And fellas, no date ever showed up. And it was like that meme where on the surface, I'm smiling and happy and laughing. But on the inside, I was just like tearing up a little bit. I'm like, damn, like she much rather go to homecoming alone than go with me. And that night I was like, dang, bro, like this feeling sucks. Like I hate feeling like not good enough. I hate feeling like I'm not attractive enough because that was a tough pill to swallow. A girl much rather go to homecoming dateless than go with me. In that moment, I had to realize I needed to self-improve because she didn't want to go with me based off how I was. I wasn't that tall, wasn't that muscular, wasn't that confident, but I knew if I worked on those things in life, I won't have to feel this way again. I knew in that moment when I felt that pain, I told myself, I don't want to feel this pain again. I don't want to feel like less than or not good enough. So when you take that pain and use it for self-improvement, that's why you go on TikTok and you see a bunch of guys getting shredded after a breakup. They took that pain they were going through and they implemented it into something that helps them self-improve. Because trust me, you're not going to beat that dude who's been heartbroken in the gym. He's going to wake up earlier than you, diet better than you because he has that pain, guys. So the pain you feel day to day, the pain you feel from, getting flaked on by these chicks, use that as motivation to go hard. Like, don't use it to be mad at women. Use it to be the best version of yourself. So women, it's hard for them to reject you. Guys, I'm on my way to becoming a 6-figure earner. I'm handsome. I'm confident, right? Once when I have all these things, it's going to be hard for girls to reject me. Now, will I still get rejected? Absolutely. And if I get rejected, will I care? No. But it's going to be a lot harder for girls to reject me as I become the best version of myself. Thank you guys for sticking through the end of this video. I know it's probably a good laugh to see your boy get humbled like that on homecoming in high school. But hey, I learned from it. Make sure you guys subscribe to the channel. Leave a comment below. Let me know what you guys want to see next. And I'll be talking to y'all shortly. Peace.